For the last 3 years, we've lived on boats, specifically narrowboats, sometimes called canal boats, sometimes called barges, sometimes even called longboats, but for us they've been both our place of work and our family home. But for such a slow-paced lifestyle, it can sometimes feel quite overwhelmingly busy. So join us as we travel the country, trying to juggle being new parents, new business owners and full-time boaters all at the same time.
Welcome to Shardlow. This is where we're opening this weekend. See behind. It's a very narrowboaty place because it used to be one of the main inland ports. I think the River Trent runs alongside, and I read yesterday that that was like a main route for trade. And then when they built the canal in 1770, Shardlow just exploded. And with things like taking stuff to the potteries along the Trent and Mersey. So like clay materials and things like that, and also salt from Cheshire. But yeah, we've passed through here before, but we've never opened here, so it should be quite nice. I've been doing some sort of on the ground marketing in that there's a festival called Download Festival. I think it's quite... Every time I go up and walk a lot like William along that street, there's like a queue of people for the bus that are going to Download. So I was like, come here for coffee if you need pick me up in the morning, which I'm sure they will do. So maybe we'll be busy, maybe we won't. It's all just a guess. This is my job at the moment. I've got a chocolate loaf cake there that is ready to ice. I'm just going to melt some white chocolate. A Victoria sponge there to fill, a lemon drizzle to prepare, and I'm going to make some scones too, and we'll see how we go with that. I've got backups of all cakes today, because you just never know in a new area how it's going to go. Barista.
You've seen us open the cafe before, you've seen Shardlow before. But have you seen us open the cafe in Shardlow before?
No.
I think that made the episode seem like it's promising something new, fresh, exciting, adventure.
I'd watch. What's on your agenda today?
Have a good time.
Filmed all that without the microphone. I'm making a white chocolate drizzle to go on to this dark chocolate loaf, which is quite an indulgent loaf. It's got like unsweetened cocoa powder in, and then 70% dark chocolate chips, and then I'm putting this like vanilla white chocolate drizzle on it, so it should be pretty delicious. It probably didn't need quite that much, but I melted a whole bar of chocolate. All in this, I stand alone. Show me where the ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. I'm being generous with the jam this time because the cream is like quite a lot of cream. So you need to like really ramp up the jam, I think. The ending goes. Honestly don't. I should be the last to know. Just the scones to come out of the oven now. Oops.
Cool.
Are we ready?
And now we wait.
I'm going to go up to the road. We're quite near a road bridge here, so I'm going to go and see if we'd be able to put a rayboard up there, or if that would just be like overstepping massively. Every town's different, aren't they? So you never want to step on anyone's toes, or don't want to make enemies everywhere we go. We're very grateful for all the signage that we've got from Jamie and also from Jacob, who made the signs on the boat, because it means we can put like the A boards elsewhere and then we've still got like the menu boards. But I think it makes a massive difference.
How are you doing? Yeah, not too bad, thank you. Nice here. Yeah, it is really lovely.
We have customers here all the way
yeah,
from New Zealand.
From sunny New Zealand.
Sunny New Zealand.
Yeah, just popped over from New Zealand to see us here in Shardlow.
I'm very excited I am too.
Good morning. Good morning, it's our second day in Shardlow. This is cream cheese frosting for the coffee and walnut cake. Oops. I have to go and wash my hands.
Oh, this is a bit embarrassing, this is.
You come without your wife, Michelle, but we're saying hello to Michelle and all the girls.
That's it, that's brilliant.
Paddington overboard. Where did Paddington go, William?
No, good.
You dropped it. That's our day at Shardlow done. We had a really busy day. It was really cool to see some familiar faces, some new faces, and people who've seen the videos and people who'd stumbled across us. So it was really good. We met a local honeyman, a beekeeper, yesterday, and he's going to give us some honey, I think, fresh from the hive. So we're going to go, he invited us to go and see his hives. Whether William will sleep through it or not is yet to be seen. This has all the trademarks of a honeyman. There's frames here. There's honey for sale on the door. And there's a beekeeper sign. That's great.
Oh, I love your accent. We'll go down to the bottom with that hive on the...
Yeah.
I'll put my gear on, yeah? Do you want me to say something?
Yeah, if you fancy.
How many words do you want me to say? Here at Shardlow Honey, we regard ourselves as natural beekeepers. We use no pesticides in our hives, and we only use local queens.
And so this is your swarm hive?
This is a swarm hive, yes. Oh, I could say that. Yeah, this is a swarm hive that I put in trees. I've caught 4 this year.
Is this a swarm in here now?
That's a swarm, yes. Now there's a feral colony. They've been there for 6 years.
Oh, up on the chimney?
And every year I get a swarm off them.
How do you get the swarm?
They come down.
They come down and you lay a trap?
And they land on, well, they landed on that tree.
Ah, and you pounce. Whoa, look at this, William.
There's so much to tell you. This is what we call a honey super. So the bees put it in here and they seal it with wax. We take the cappings off and then we put it in a spinner. We spin it, it goes in a quarter sieve, stands overnight, and then it's immediately put into a jar. So every jar will be different depending on the flowers.
Right.
The flowers influence the honey, not the bees. This is completely unprocessed. This is wax and honey.
Wax and honey. So how do you separate out the wax?
We spin it.
Oh, you spin it in.
There you go, my dear.
Thanks so much. Wow.
Right, that's well nice.
Thank you.
Right, well, if you can make any sense of that, you're welcome.
Well, thank you very much.
Yeah. Cheerio.
See you later.
That's good, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Shardlow is famous for being full of all these old warehouse buildings. It's an old inland port, And one of the old buildings belongs to Davy Swift, aka Swifty, who you might recognise from one of our videos. We're just going to pop up, have a little cup of tea with those guys now. They've also got a baby, also called William.
Is it important?
Who's this? Oh, hello.
It's the old salt warehouse, this building. I think it was built here in 1756 or something like that, Swifty said. When did you say this was built?
1772.
1772.
Yeah. So yeah, very old.
So if people wanted to stay here, they could find you on Airbnb.
Yeah, yeah.
As the salt warehouse.
As the salt, yeah,
Shardlow.
Swift Salt Warehouse.
You couldn't
Not
be closer
difficult.
to the canal, and you couldn't be more a part of the history of the canal, being in Shardlow in the salt warehouse.
Yeah.
You've been on a tour. We've just had some lunch and now we're setting off.
We're on the road again, and we're off up to Willington or somewhere near there. I'm giving myself a bit of a break from towing, so we're just going off with 0 now, see how far we get, and then tomorrow I'll cycle back, pick up Holly, and I'll do the journey again. It is so much easier just with one boat. It's a bit of a palaver towing, if I'm being honest.
It's funny because I'm just in the bedroom while William sleeps, so I can just hear, it's like a soundscape. You can just hear the tink, 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 tink. And then the water rushing in.
All the land around this part of the Trent and Mersey is really flat. It's all just like the canal just winds through farmland and stuff like that. You can see for miles. It makes for really good sunsets in the evenings, but hopefully we might not see a sunset around here this evening, because I think we're going to try and get to Willington, where we opened the cafe last year. I'll go back tomorrow, get Holly, catch us up in Willington, and then we'll set off again from there.
Ba, ba, ba. This is where we first opened Holly.
Up ahead there's Stenson Lock, our last lock for the day. It's another deep one.
Pretty much here.
Yeah. Here we are in Willington. Good morning. I'm on my journey back to retrieve Holly. Bit of a gamble, because I'm not certain that the engine's going to work, and then I might be just looking at another long cycle ride back, but we'll see how it goes. Hopefully by the end of today the two boats will be reunited again. Oh, I'm actually pretty pooped after that. That little cycle. That was only 10 miles or so, but whew. I'm gonna sit here, have a little chill out, have my sandwiches, even though it's only 9:30. I'll have my sandwiches now and then get on the road. A lot less smoky than last time, but still not smoke free.
taking the opportunity to go and have a look at the shops at Mercy Marina. And then hopefully I'll bump into him. I might like cross the canal where he's coming up. Hiya. You right there, Bill?
Take it easier. Slow down. Take it easier.
We're on board, so I'll probably just stay on here until we meet Zero again.
This is how we spend a lot of our time when we're out, I remember now. Just constantly shuffling the boats around the place for one thing or another. We've just been to fill up with water. We're actually just going to go and tuck into the marina in here for a night or two, mostly to do laundry. Gotta say, it's been building up. We have to fill up with water so much as it is already, and that's just like William's baths and our showers. It's an area where we don't really compromise maybe as much as we could. Water conservation. We tend to splash out, if you'll excuse the pun. Marinas like this are sort of like campsites for boats. This is a pretty massive one. They come with loads of facilities and stuff like that for the boaters to use. The laundrette is the one that we're after. We recovered Paddington in the end, and he's also been washed. We're also starting to piece together how the incident happened in the first place.
Right, come on you. We are going to have the laundry day of all laundry days. And I forgot the laundry card. Let's go back, William. Okay, first load in. Should we go play somewhere? We've just come for a walk while that one's on. I've got my alarm set for 40 minutes. But this little bit of the marina is called the park. It's got this weather station. I love a weather station, but it's really warm today. Someone's just told us that the weather for the weekend is really bad, like really heavy rain. So, I mean, I'll come and check the weather station, but I wonder if it's worth opening, because you want to be like, no, people will come out, people are out all the time. But if it's really heavy rain, like, no, they're not. The next load. This might be the last load. I've got reinforcements.
Slipping out of the marina. I think this weekend we might spend it instead moving further up towards Coventry, because we've done a bit of working out and it's actually going to take us quite a bit to get there. And we've got Coventry Festival. We've got a festival that we're being the cafe at again in a couple of weeks. So we'll do that rather than opening up the cafe this weekend. We're having fajitas for dinner. But I think maybe we'll leave it here tonight, guys. But thanks very much for watching. And special thanks for Steve for showing up with the coffee, for Karen for coming such a long way for hers, and a quick shout out to Ken, who we've been thinking about this week.
Bye.
Bye!